Hello, derelict tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Buck Rogers Countdown to Doomsday. With me, BlueAnkylo, and Pixel, Oodaloop, Ace, Fella, Alec, and Kiara, who are about to explore a derelict spaceship, which we just landed on at the end of last episode, and we know very little about it, other than, well, there's a lot of blood around, and we saw some sort of ghostly figure disintegrate, and there was a lot of alarms and stuff like that. Let's go exploring. So, it's a spaceship. Your eyes rivet on a body floating in front of the door. Its missing arm marks it as identical to the spectral figure in the corridor. He is shrouded in the tattered and darkly stained remains of a lab coat. Floating near the corpse is a log recorder that is, and a holographic projector. You play back the log and the room is filled with a rather bored voice. We will be on schedule for deployment after Earth's sterilization. If Holzerheim is... Wait a minute. Power fluctuations. Disruption of primary containment fields. All batches showing increase in activity. Scott! Emergency shutdown! Where are you? Scott is non-functional. Security is notified, sending up a holographic warning to any who come on board. I hope it's just a precaution. Projector coming online. Wait, so quickly! The glimpy guys! No! Get back! Ah! The room echoes with the last scream. Beyond the body are many large, open cylinders. You take the log and record it. Alright, let's see if there's anything new. 38. Turn this on for you guys. Alright, Dr. Williams log. First entry, Dr. Alexander Williams, Sigma number A9515. Maybe you remember those, by the way. In Earth orbit, 4 batches of ECGs on board for final test. Security informs me their precious Phase 1 project is on schedule, but not by much. I should have plenty of time to perfect my creations. Holzerheim has promised me a percentage of the profits associated with the ECG harvests on the sterilized Earth. Finally, there is hope that proper funding for the biological science can be achieved. Second entry. Progress on ECGs on schedule. Batch 1 shows high adaptability. Batch 2 is survival rates above 90%. We will be on schedule for deployment after Earth's sterilization. If Holzer... Oh, and that's exactly where we met last time. So glad they recorded all of that. Alright, let's turn that off. So, what unspeakable crimes were committed on this spaceship? This room's pretty empty, though, after that. Uh-oh. Little ECGs rush towards you. What's an ECG, you ask? Well, that's an ECG. It's just a little xenomorph. Now, they're called Jennies here, and we can look up exactly what a Jenny means. So, one of the joys of having this logbook is you can get a bit of a feel for what some of the enemies are. Here they are. So, ECGs are experimental combat Jennies. RAM military research laboratories have special project teams to engineer even more dangerous and horrific combat Jennies. Genetically altered beasts, basically. Fast and deadly. There you go, that's what we're up against today. Just some ECGs. Alright, so, we got our new guns. We should be okay, right? Kiara, probably we should stop using the bolt gun. Let's switch over to, like, I think rocket pistols may be a good idea here. So, target next. Medium range. Okay, so we're gonna move a little bit closer here. Oh, wait. Apparently, switching weapons probably uses some movement. That's fine. I was going to say, it looks like she may be a little bit encumbered, but switching weapons, that's fair. So, we're in short range just barely. Good enough. At least we hit it once out of, like, 4 shots. Now... Oh, sorry, I can't see my gold box companion here. Just a sec. Much better. Now, Pixel is supposed to be our sword fighter, so, good luck. Oh, you know what? It was a 0G. Yeah. I didn't even notice that. It wasn't re-equipping. It was, did you pass your 0G check at the beginning of your round? So if you can do full movement, you probably passed your 0G check. And it does say on the right of the screen very quickly if I pay attention. Alright, that's not good. Fella McGubbins has failed his 0G check. Alright. Well, let's switch you to microwave gun. Probably lots of shots is better in this situation, because I think our accuracy is going to be quite bad with all of our failed checks. But the attacks from behind work pretty well. Alright, don't worry about the xenomorphs coming to kill you. Looks like Ace successfully made his check. Let's try to get some back attacks here where possible. That was not a back attack. Alright, we're getting hit a couple times. Oh, you know what's really cool? Goldbox Companion tells me who failed their 0G checks. Isn't that great? Alright, let's try some needle guns. Only 1 hit out of 6. That's terrible. At least we hit him. Wonder if, because we shot him from one side, if the same person can get a back attack by running behind them on their... That's really cool. If you get 2 turns in between an enemy, you can just run behind them and get an extra back attack. That's really good. Fella, you're supposed to be the rocket jock. You're supposed to be good in 0G. Hey, at least you nuked that one. Uh-oh. Alec also failed his 0G check. So yeah, while we're on the space station, which is the entire next level, basically every combat is, what am I trying to say? Basically every combat is, 0G, so that's why it's such a good idea to invest into that early on. Also, there's our first backstab. So, if you can get an attack in with one person, unlike an attack from behind, you need to be at a complete opposite angle to get the backstab, but it's not too difficult. And all you need is to pass a move silently check, which seems to be pretty generous. Like, they're not too difficult. Anyway, backstabs are really cool. And we have completed our first combat against the combat jennies. Now, they're just small ones, and they don't cause too much trouble. But we got some experience. No loot, though. Oh, no, come on. Defense robots arrive. One intones, "You are responsible for the destruction of RAM property and breaking isolation order. Termination is required." So, we're right into combat again. Now, robots... I guess we should have a look at these guys. RAM LD robots, and they come equipped with Martian laser pistols. Not the best armor class, but robots have some inherent protections. So let's see if there's anything about the robots here. Robots. Mechanical combat and security units come in all shapes, sizes, and degree of armament. Some ships are outfitted with security robots that can continue to defend against boarding parties even after the crew is dead. Assault and combat models tend to have more weaponry and armor than security robots, but they are all simple-minded and dangerous. Now, technically, I think if you look in here, they might give us a little bit more help in the clue book. So, robots in specific are immune to dazzle, gas, intimidation, microwave, smart shells, and stun. So, rocket pistols, microwave guns, most grenades, intimidation, and sonic things. So they're immune to a whole bunch of stuff. Are there ECGs in here? These guys. Good 0G, immune to gas and intimidation. And they might be able to inflict paralysis. So I feel like that's not cheating too badly to look that up every now and then, just so you know what we're in for. So, combat robots. Let's get to work. So it is good to have a couple different types of weapons on most characters, even though I didn't want to spend too much time shopping last episode. I already spent the entire episode. But yeah, you should probably have laser weapons as well. I believe needle guns tend to work on almost anything, which is kind of interesting. Just because they're a robot doesn't mean they're immune to the needler. So we got a lot of shots in there. At least we got the back attack, even if we didn't hit much. So unfortunately, the cool microwave gun here is not going to work. So we'll have to switch over to the laser pistol. Alright. Pixel, what do you think? Just slice up a robot here? Might be a backstab. Totally is a backstab. Look at that. We've had 2 backstabs already with just a plain old sword. We're getting pretty lucky on our 0G checks, honestly. For a low-level party, not... I guess I would say most people are getting them, so... There we go. So the combat hasn't looked too bad. If you consistently fail your 0G checks, especially for your needle guns or sword guys, it's a lot harder. But we're off to a good start anyway. Don't mind that. Just a little itchy leg. Probably nothing. Alright, what's this thing here? The turret controls are deactivated. Your ship does not register on the scanners. That's good, because our ship would have been blown out of the sky by this thing, so... Anyway. Systems, probably more turret controls. No, robots! They're not quite saying exterminate, but I think you get the drift. Alright, these ones started a little bit closer, and they're a different color. So I don't know what HD versus LD means, but they've definitely got better stats. So that's fun. So I'd like to set up a back attack if possible, or back stab if possible. Kiara fails. Right, Oodaloop, your job is to give a really good backstab to Pixel. Okay. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, here's a better idea. Backstab this one, because we turned him around right there. That was just a from behind. We did not get the backstab, so that probably means we failed the move silently check. And then we had a backstab that we missed because I think his 0G check failed. So lots of interesting combat mechanics here. Luckily, we're not taking very much damage, so we're in pretty good shape so far from this combat. But we need to keep moving here, because apparently Oodaloop's got a rash. It's fine. An itch and a rash, right? We're not going to fully map this area out either. We're actually on... I don't want to spoil it, but we're on a bit of a timer here. So if you're playing this for the first time, don't mess around too much. Welcome to Deck 1. So this is the bottom of the ship, I believe. The engineering deck. Engines are silent. The controls show that the engines have been shut down and a security program is in control. So we need to go to the control room to figure that out. That is not down here. Alright. Random encounters everywhere. That's fine. Looks like the more difficult version again. Alright, we're getting a bit unlucky with our, I should probably not be using the rocket pistols. I'm assuming they're taking like half damage from it or something. Gotta remember to use the, laser pistols and stuff. Alright, needler gun. Just gonna target this one instead, just so I can turn it around. Here we go. Give me the backstab. Yeah! Big damage. I love it. I love backstabs. Alright, well the robot only got one shot in, and then it died. Not too bad, plus we get some healing from Kiara to herself, and a little bit of experience. Alright, no problem. You notice that you could just fit into the air shaft. Okay, this is just a part of the ship. You can travel up and down the air shafts, I guess they call them, or the ladders. It's no big deal. The problem is it's single file. So you could be attacked halfway through with only some of your party available to fight. It's a little bit of trouble. Alright, doesn't seem to be a whole lot around this area. I guess we can go further down. Right, so this is like probably the power core or something. This shaft is filled with innumerable pieces of equipment and supplies. Nothing here seems of immediate use. I mean, we're below... Don't worry about that. Just an itch on Ace. It's probably nothing. Itches and rashes. Just 2 of our party members. No big deal. Alright, so I think that's everything on this floor. Again, I don't want to stick around for too long. So yeah, let's head up. So now we're on deck 2. This is where we started. We can go up again. Now we're on deck 3. Alright. We'll stay here and look around for a second. You have reached the life support deck. You can faintly hear the thrum of cycling hydroponic tanks. Okay. Oh no, Oodaloop gets a splitting headache. The ship's oasis of beauty, the hydroponics garden, seems peaceful and untouched by the current events. Leaves rustle soothingly and a sweet smell suffuses the room. The plants obscure your sight. It's pretty cool. The sounds and smells of this room begin to relax you. Pixel remembers a quiet evening with an old girlfriend. The holding of hands, the hugs and kisses. Kiara awakes from peaceful contemplation in time to see Pixel imprisoned in the vines of an unknown plant. Small thorns penetrate the armor. The vines pulse in time to Pixel's heartbeat. As much as we might want to enjoy the show, we're gonna have to fight some plants here. In a frenzy, you fight off the pleasant lassitude and tear into the plant. Soon, vine remnants and ichor float through the air. The wounds from the plant begin to burn. Oh, 10 points of damage. Next to the uprooted plant is a broken containment field generator and a piece of paper. You take it and you record the paper as logbook 50. There we go. Paper from life support. ECG non-motile stage. Many mollusks begin life free swimming and eventually settle onto roax. Probably rocks. This has the advantage of containing ECG fertile forms to fixed locations. Experimenting with attractants such as used by pitcher plants and Venus flytraps. There is no reason to suppose that the correct combination of scent and sonic cues could not be effective against hominid life. Thanks, Alexander Williams, for almost killing Pixel with deadly plants. Congrats! The party gained some experience. Alright, let's get out of there. That's terrible. Let's never go back to that one. Let's not go the air shaft, though. Let's go check the other end of, whatever the name of this floor was. This deck. Oh no! Fella McGubbin's leg is itchy now, too. This room contains the air sampling equipment. Probably not important. Alright, time to move up to the next floor. This is not it. Uh-oh. Oodaloop keels over. Well, things are going from bad to worse very quickly. Oodaloop awakes screaming, eyes unfocused. Oodaloop attacks. So, yeah, this is a bad sign. Sorry, Oodles, but, so, interestingly enough, you can still control him. I'm not sure if this is a bug or not, but, at least he doesn't have to kill the team. Sorry. Sorry, Oodaloop. Pixel just had to put you down. So yeah, Oodaloop. He's, comatose, apparently. We've calmed him down a little bit. The rash, though, it's not abating. Ace now has a splitting headache. We really need to get this looked at. Welcome to Deck 4. Now we're gonna stay on Deck 4, I think. It's the cargo deck. You know what? We'll come back to the cargo deck. That doesn't sound important enough. Actually, no. We need to go up, and there's no way to go up here. We need to find an air shaft that leads up. Or just another ladder. That's fine. Deck 5. Please tell me it's something important. Like... medical? Shattered tables float here. Strange ichor is smeared on the debris. The ram forces made a stand here. That's great. Maybe we'll explore it later when we're not going crazy. Alex's leg itches for a moment. Okay, I don't like this floor. Let's get out of here. I'm looking for a specific floor. Ah, this is what I was looking for. The medical lab is pristine. A small data computer is attached to a table. Yeah, let's use the this data computer. A voice emanates from the computer. This unit will operate only with invalid voice print. Okay. You scoop up the computer and find some poison antidotes. Unfortunately, those don't work on whatever's happened to Oodaloop and Ace. But Kiara will happily take the free poison antidotes. Ah, Ace awakes screaming, eyes unfocused, and attacks. Sorry, Ace, but doing a little dance. And you're not. We can't have anyone else killed here. Alright. So, maybe two of our characters have gone crazy and attacked the team. It's totally standard. Sorry about that. Pixel puts everyone down right now. Just so in case you're wondering, Pixel is doing a pretty crazy good amount of damage with that monosword because he gets his strength modifier as damage, which is something you don't get from guns. Which is probably why, for desert runners, melee might be superior, but whatever, it's all good. Alright, so this is... I sort of knew where to go. I didn't want to spoil it, but if you get lost on this spaceship, you can basically lose your entire party to whatever's happening. And you don't really know where to go, but it is floor 6, and it's the medical lab you need to go to, which is here. And then we need to do some things in here, technically. The sick bay is a highly advanced one. A number of automated surgeons dangle above pristine white tables. In the corner, an autopsy was performed. The corpse is carefully laid out. Clearly labeled bottles are racked nearby. A personal log and a carefully folded uniform marked Dr. Conchite float near the unclothed body. You take the log and record it as entry 28. Log of Donna Conchite. Made it up to sickbay. Headache has already started. Trying stimulants to keep conscious. Activated medical scanners. The parasite has buried itself deeply in the brain. Still awake, but room beginning to spin and color cycle. Scanner information is inconclusive. The room is twisting, shadows crawling everywhere. The scanner is laughing. Only one thing left. Surgeon! Full invasive scan of biological subject. Option contraindicated. Sigma override required. Override number A10151. Initiate! The hum of machinery and suck of vacuum pumps are all that can be heard. A protein formula is printed out. A10151, huh? The information allows you to produce a protective protein salve if you can extract a brain parasite. Do you want to use the automated surgeon to remove the brain parasite? Well, of course you do. Well, Oodaloop's been unconscious the longest, so here you go. You activate the surgeon. A mechanical hum and the hiss of pumps fills the room. A mechanical voice intones, Sigma number, subject not covered by RAM insurance. Now, we're going to try reprogramming it, because that's our bypass. I'm not sure if we can, but we'll try. Bella McGubbins is the only person who knows how to do any programming. He succeeded! Oh, this is so much better than my trial run. Oh, man. Just to let you know, if you fail that, you get attacked by combat robots, and you don't get to do the brain surgery. And then you have to explore the ship until you find a log with a Sigma number that works. And the ones we have right now do not work. So you run around as people slowly succumb to the brain parasites, and there's no healing it at all. So eventually, if you can't find the correct log with the right number in time and make it back here, well, you lose. Game over. And if Fella had been inflicted first, as our only programmer, that would have been our only option. But also if he'd failed his skill check. So anyway, that was really good. Thank you, fella, for knowing how to reprogram the robot. The operation is quick and successful, and the others undergo the procedure. Bam! Where everyone's fine. And we can also heal the party now. Isn't that great? And we probably got a ton of experience for that too, so that's even better. Okay, well now we're really rolling. We got, I would say, lucky there with fellas hacking. Like I said, the first time I played through this, I lost. I found the computer, but I couldn't hack it. I think my hacker was dead, or my programmer was dead, and I couldn't get the right code. If you use the codes that you've seen already, those, I think it says something like that that designate is dead already, and the computer doesn't recognize, or doesn't take in the code, basically. Anyway, now that that's handled, we're actually in pretty good shape. We can actually explore a little bit more thoroughly because the combat isn't too bad here. It's really the brain parasites that are the problem. This is the biomonitoring station. Sure, track it. The scan indicates that you are the only humans on board. A large concentration of other life forms, unknown life forms, are on Deck 10. Others are scattered throughout the ship. Deck 10 will, I guess, be our objective. As you watch, a new reading appears to your... Uh-oh. You look and see a Jenny pull itself out of the airshaft. It flashes towards you with blazing speed, fangs dripping, and we found ourselves a large one. Good thing we healed everybody before we went this way, right? Again, try doing these combats with no warriors and just a medic and an engineer if you got unlucky. So anyway, it's a large ECG and pretty good armor class, enough that if you fail your 0G check, you're probably going to have a pretty bad day. And Pixel failed his 0G check. Total miss. Failed 0G. Didn't fail 0G, but missed anyway. An armor class of 0 does make this pretty difficult. But it is 6-1. There we go. We win eventually. Come on, you're supposed to heal Oodaloop, Kiara. Anyway, nothing terribly rewarding here, but at least we lived. Let's not go in the air shaft, though. There's large ECGs in the air shafts. Totally out of Alien, basically. Alright, so now that we're no longer dying of brain parasites, we can explore some of these other floors a little bit more thoroughly. I think one of the logs I'm looking for, I think, is in one of these types of rooms, but I don't remember exactly where it is, and we didn't have the time. So this was the cargo bay. I think what we're looking for the log, if you're playing along and you don't have a programmer, is the crew quarters or something like that. Check what was on this one. So we didn't fully explore this area. I don't remember what floor this was specifically. Not a lot going on one other way. Maintenance tools, okay. Shards of glass float around this room. The faint smell of expensive perfume lingers. Was this the one where they made their final stand from Ram? Exploring the room reveals a set of cargo boxes strapped together to form a well-hidden living area. Pillows, papers, and women's clothing float at random in the space. The papers are a rough diary. One is crudely scrawled, "The rash is spreading. I have little time." You take them and record them as log 21. Sounds like a plan? Dr. Williams, so this is Dr. Donna Conchitas. This is before she went to medbay, I guess. Day 1, Dr. Williams sounded a security alert. This can only mean that his Jennies have escaped. Scott is offline. Need his help if I'm going to counter these beasts. Don't believe that security can handle the creatures. Williams has kept them too much in the dark, hiding in cargo bay and filling room with perfume to hide my scent. Ah, clever girl. I will observe and record. Day 2. Ship is silent. Have spotted 2 battle sites. We lost them both. Thankfully, I haven't been discovered. It seems they have taken over the control room. They may be preparing to molt into Stage 3 form. I hope not. Dr. Williams boasted that Stage 3 was a hyper-intelligent mode. These might be able to figure out the controls and trace me. I have found some Williams notes. He engineered the ECGs to be susceptible to some harmless material. Unluckily, Scott is still offline. Need him to access Williams' private files. Day 3. Stung by something today. Got an itch on the left leg. Checking Williams' files to see if it's anything serious. God, I hope not. I found it. Oh no, the rash is spreading! Yeah. Brain parasites, eh? Whoever put those on the ship, man, that's not very nice. Anyway, a little bit more of the plot in here, essentially. Good stuff. The cargo bay is filled with empty canisters. It appears as though one creature could fit in each and survive re-entry. So they were going to drop them on Earth. Pretty rude. Let's not go in the air shaft. Alright, just did a little dead end. I don't trust air shafts. Alright, so this was... Okay, I remember this one, the little break. I think we did everything on the floor below us. And this is where I started to get worried about, dying. So then we sped it up a little bit. Deck 5 was cargo. Deck 6 was medical. Let's go to Deck 7. I think this will be the one with the logs. The room is Spartan with no decorations on the wall. On a spotless desk lies a magnetized folder. You take it and record it as log 7. Alright, I have a good feeling about this one. Dr. Williams folder. Maybe not, this is not the right one. Work at the asteroid base showed the major limitations of single-form combat jennies. A special note on ECG development is work with a symbiote jenny. Tiny jennies which develop on the host ECG drop off and seek out warm flesh. The burrowing behavior was borrowed from a number of Earth's grass seeds. The brain-seeking nature is common to many small parasites. In this way, my ECGs effectively sow anti-personnel mines anywhere they travel. Yeah, these things are probably about the worst. Not only are they deadly melee combatants that can evolve into super hyper-intelligent monsters, they also spread brain parasites. Great. Alright. The room looks quickly ransacked. Clothing and personal effects float everywhere. Come on, diary. Number 17. Book under pillow. We have boarded the spy ship and are en route to Earth. If the ECG phase of the project is successful, my career with RAM is set. Dr. Williams is very confident, and we have several hatches of Stage 1 and 2 ECGs in containment fields. I wish that Dr. Williams was more forthcoming about his recent modifications. He has refused to discuss a newly added ability, nor will he mention what control substances he will use after their release on Earth. Captain Vilnikov is a buffoon who keeps making moves on me. Dr. Williams is as cold as fish as ever, and the security team are as pleasant as a batch of hyperscorps. Only Scott has a decent personality, though I believe that they scanned in too much poetry. His science is excellent, but he continually rhapsodizes about Earth and its native ecosystem. I can't understand what he sees in that chaotic junk heap. When we're done, we'll have a much more ordered world. Jennies are far superior to evolution's random gene selection. Yeah, RAM, They keep mentioning Scott. I wonder what Scott is. The room is filled with bodies. Only one is human. Clasped in his hands are a drained laser pistol and a personal log. You take the log and recorded his entry 60. Oh, sorry, that's my bad. I moved it across the room and I forgot to close my journal. It's gonna happen once in a while. I'll try not to let it stay up for too long. Alright, what did it say? Captain Vilnikov. Log. Stardate 60. Sealed until my death under Sigma code A22151. That's, I think, one of the ones that would open up the medbay if you're playing along and you don't have a programmer. An undercover security officer and pilot. I have engaged Dr. William in a number of private conversations. A sample transcription follows. Have a seat and strap in, Doctor. I talk much better when we're both the same side up. What makes these jennies of yours so impressive? Let me counter that with a question of my own. What would you do if you were suddenly under attack by Neo? I'd scan the ships and see what I was up against. Then I'd fight or flee depending on the odds. It's what any captain would do. That's exactly why I designed the ECG. They molt from form to form so that you never know exactly what you're up against. 4 stages, each with its own specialties. This makes evaluation difficult. Defenses against one can prove worthless against another. So we create the perfect threat. Why shouldn't RAM be terrified of the prospect? What makes them profitable instead of a danger? That is what I am working on now. I am modifying their structure to be susceptible to certain harmless chemicals. At the same time, we must keep the specifics very classified. The ECG's usefulness would plummet if their weaknesses were broadcast. Also, the weakness for one form may not be the same as for another. I have not decided on this. Well, at least we've learned that there might be a common chemical that kills them all. Maybe. What's this? Apparently nothing. Just some exposed circuitry. Another ladder. An air shaft that I don't dare enter because I'm a chicken. Look, there's brain parasites and xenomorphs running around here. Don't be foolish. Okay, so anyway, once you get to this floor, you could normally learn an access code that would let you go to the computer, and then we just keep exploring the ship, basically. Deck 8. I think there's only 10 decks, so we'll just keep going. No. That might be a console. This is the main security console. A skillful programmer, we know that, we've got one, right? Could shut down the security robots. So we've been quite lucky that we haven't had any random encounters for a while. But technically there's always a chance for random security encounters while you're on the ship. If we can shut it off, that'd be great. Go fella go. It kind of zipped through. This is one of those things Goldbox does poorly. It forgets to put pauses on some of the screens. But it looks like fella's programming skill failed. And he may have been electrocuted a little bit. Mostly, RAM security violation. Offenders face termination. Extermination. Alright, fella. At least you helped us get the brain parasites out, even if you couldn't get rid of the robots. You probably only get the one chance. So, we should probably not use the rocket pistols on them, seeing as we were told that it doesn't really work. So let's go with, we'll just go with the laser pistol. At least we hit it a couple times. Luckily, the robots can fail their zero-G checks as well. Alright, target. Kind of planning on backstabbing, hopefully that. I mean, it's almost dead anyway. That's fine. Oh no, Pixel! You can't really use a sword if you fail your check there, buddy. Alright, at least we got one dead. I'm a little bit worried about all these HD robots. They're super high def. We get some back attacks here. Not that time. There we go. Not sure if we can get a backstab on that one, but we'll try. Still, unfortunately, not getting good zero-G rolls here on Pixel. Alright, we're definitely taking some damage in this fight, though. Alright, we can stand here. I don't think this will count as a backstab, but we should at least try it. And I do know that swords apparently do great damage against robots. Also, you can see characters that have extra skills have them here, but we already know that Intimidate doesn't work on anything in this ship. So, don't really try it. No back attack, or no backstab, nothing. Alright, no, zero-G check either. Hey, 4 shots on a 0G fail is pretty good. Because you can get 0. You know what? Fella's just going to take a breather back here. It's fine. Kiara failed 0G, so just take some shots. Got 1 in at least. She gets another turn and failed her 0G roll again. Yeah. Alright, Oodles. Gotta help me out here, buddy. I got 1. Maybe set up for a backstab there. Yeah, come on, do it. Yeah, 20 damage. So I think backstabs just do double damage in this game. But it's still really nice because it makes swords, and specifically mono swords with weapon proficiency, do a ton of damage if you can get that hit. And it's not too difficult because you don't have to be a thief. And you don't have to wear light armor or anything specifically. I mean, as far as I know. Well, it looks like we won, and we got some really good heals after that combat. Kiara did a really good job healing everyone back up, so we're in great shape. Alright, fella. Maybe you're not great at programming, but I guess you tried. So, I think that's a one-shot deal. If you're able to disable it, with luck, then you won't get any more security robot encounters, but if you fail, we'll just keep getting security robot encounters. Unfortunately. An empty security robot. Oh, security robot. That's probably where they came out of to attack us. It's possible you could have moved in there first and killed them or blown them up or something. I don't know. But, you still, if you failed your programming, you failed your programming. Okay, so, guess we just keep going up. Deck 9, we're almost at the top. Yeah, let's not do that. More terminals? Alright, a hologram forms before you and speaks. I am so glad you made it. This is the only place where I can communicate. Oh, I'm sorry. I am forgetting formalities. I am Scott.Doss, digital personality. He continues, and you record the monologue as logbook 54. So I like to think that this is sort of my persona. I'm communicating through everyone through the abyss of time and space from my castle in the clouds back in the Forgotten Realms. Journal 54. Alright. Also, I like to ramble, so this fits my character pretty well. I was trapped on this console by the security program, which ruthlessly fused all my connections. I have been isolated since then. I am glad that my attack attracted Neo forces. You will find a set of new and deadly Jennies, EGGs, in cold storage. I think it's still just ECGs, honestly. Ram also has a plan to sterilize Earth. In case you hadn't realized, I am defecting to Neo. I spent much time evaluating Earth for Dr. Williams. I have become enamored of such a diverse ecosystem. It has survived in the face of great adversity and changes. Everything humanity has done up to now, has only slightly injured the planet's life-giving capabilities. Now Ram has the capability to deal Earth a mortal blow. Then they will deposit the ECGs on its carcass and remake the world. I can no longer allow this. That is why I have changed sides. So the AI has decided to join us, I guess. When he winds down, you bring him up to date. Informed of the ship's condition, he gasps, "Oh dear, I had wanted to stop the crew, not get them torn apart. Go to the next console and connect the 2 red wires to this panel. Then I can help." Do we trust the AI, guys? This is probably before all AIs were evil. We're probably fine. You locate the pertinent wires and connect them. Scott appears again. Ah, much better. Just a moment while I scan the ship and make an evaluation. Okay, the ECGs have barricaded themselves in the Deck 10 control room. Some are molting to stage 3. Dr. Williams referred to it as hyperintelligence. This concerns me. Until the blah 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 blah. First, let's scan those bio records you have from the med lab. It's a good thing we took those, right? These data suggest that ECGs have been made susceptible to argon gas. Any on board would be on deck 4 or 0. Feed it into the air pumps. I will be in contact with you as needed. Good day, sir. So fairly simple. Go to floor 10 and get swarmed by Jennies. Or go to floor 4 or 0, find some gas, and gas them. We're not going up, though. It's not a good idea. I could save it and go up. Actually, the door might be locked. No. I know what's going to happen. No, never trust it with old games like this. You'll just die. Anyway, down to floor 4. I know this is going to be a bit of a long episode, but I think we can finish the ship off today. And stay, and we have to switch over to this side. Scott speaks. A stage 3 has emerged. It is weak. That's great. Down. Now, remember, of course, that the notes did say that different stages might have different critical weaknesses. So stage 4, floor 4. If you were argon gas, where would you be hiding? A stage 3 is moving about, examining the controls. Is there any argon gas in the storage room? Doesn't look likely. The Jenny has activated a computer, a high-speed flashcard program. It's learning quickly. Alright, I don't see any argon gas on floor 4. We tried. Hurry, guys. The Jennies are getting smarter. To floor 0. Which is right here. At least it's a small floor. It's manipulating the controls, learning to pilot. Remember this place? You knew we'd be back. The shaft is filled with innumerable pieces of equipment and supplies. After an exhaustive search, you locate a pair of argon tanks and strap them to your back. Scott says, head up to deck 3. We're getting so few random encounters, I'm really happy, actually. It's crazy good luck. I was expecting way more random encounters that would slow this series down significantly. We're doing really well. Like, luck-wise. Like, we've only fought one large Jenny. And only a few robots, even. So, floor 3, do you guys remember the air pump intake? I think it's that noodly corridor here. Oh, no! An ECG strikes immediately. Maybe it's defending the air control pumps. They're supposedly getting smarter. Alright, good job. Missed. Missing. Guess we could switch back to microwave guns if we're going to fight these sorts of enemies again, but too much hassle right now. We're failing our 0G rolls constantly now. Alright, ace. Pixel, alright. I don't think there's any backstabs here, but 13 damage is not bad. Alright, Pixel, with his sword, crushed it. Pixel is definitely our damage MVP right now, I feel like. 2 attacks per round at pretty good damage, not bad. Alright, this room contains the air sampling equipment for the ship. It could be modified to introduce argon throughout the ship. The argon canisters connect. With a twist, the valve is open and argon hisses into the air system. Hopefully that's not bad for humans. It's working! The guards in the control room are starting to writhe and collapse. The stage 3s are also affected. Hold it! One of the stage 3s is manipulating the controls. It's reversed the flow. The ECGs are beginning to revive. Quickly head down to engineering. The panel there will override the airflow. That's a little scary. Another ECG approaches with dripping fangs. You may notice the green stuff on his fangs. It's potentially problematic. Not only do these things have brain parasites, they might be poisonous. Luckily, we've actually had relatively easy encounters. All things considered. Alright, good time. And still full health. Good, good. No booty, unfortunately. It's a very low booty mission. For now. There might be some great booty at the end, though. Alright, so he said deck 3, right? No, he said just go up. Which one's engineering? Shoot. I don't think it was this one. This was like cargo, right? Deck 5. Maybe this was the one that was cargo. But then deck 7 was definitely, or deck 6 was definitely medical. Maybe it's deck 7. I know he said up anyway, so it's gotta be one of these. I think this is crew. Like this is the crew quarters. Oops, I had to go off there anyway. Why wouldn't you just build a spaceship with a central, you know, ladder shaft? Maybe it was the room where we met Scott, actually. So this was the security console? Yeah, that's not it. Maybe it really was the Scott one. Deck 9, eh? Nope. Alright, I don't... Maybe it was down... Shoot. I'm sorry, guys. Now that I'm at the, trying to get to the end of the episode here, and I'm lost. So, what if it was right where we entered at, deck 0, or deck 1, I guess. Because there was a couple consoles there, right? Down 6, 5, 4, switch, 3, 2. There's a console here. Let's go check that out. Nope. Console over here. Nope. Dang it. Well, this wasn't the one we entered our ship with, so maybe one more down. I thought he said up for sure from deck 3, but, you know. Okay, so it was... This is right where we got onto the ship, so that's fine. Who's gonna repair it? Well, only one person knows how to repair, and it's, Ace Starseeker, our engineer. As you examine the unfamiliar circuitry, Scott speaks. Let me explain the procedure. Ace Starseeker begins to follow his instructions. With the Argon halted, the creatures are free. They have detected your tampering and large numbers are rushing towards you. You can make a stand here or abandon the deck to ECGs. We have no choice. If we run away, they're just going to overwhelm us. So we're going to stand our ground, guys. The Jennies skitter forward. Ace Starseeker is still trying to override the controls. Come on, Ace. Don't shake your hands. The horde of ECGs leap forward, eyes glittering in anticipation. Ace Starseeker twists the last connection. The ECGs slam into you, but they are already collapsing. They writhe in the air and are still. Congratulations! The few ECGs left in the control room were writhing in their death throes. So much so that one kicked out my scanner. Still, my monitors show lethal Argon concentrations. Head up to the control room and contact Neo. Remember that these things were phase 2 of some deadly threat to Earth. Yeah, they did say up to phase 4, right? You guys remember that. Destruct system armed and counting. 30. So one of the ECGs must have struck the control panels. You better get to deck 10. Hope you remember the way. Hope there's no combat robots trying to kill us. You know what? Maybe fella actually turned the combat robots off and he just didn't tell us. 25 seconds to destruction. It's a countdown to our doom. Good thing I had all this practice navigating the stairways or ladders. 20 seconds to destruction. 20 to Doomsday. Up. Deck 8. Up. Deck 9. Get off the ladder. 15 seconds to Doom. Till floor 10. So, if you could have gone through this door earlier before you put on the Argon gas, you probably would have been swarmed by 100 Jennies and killed. With the barricade unguarded, you rip it apart, or they would have guarded the barricade and just slashed at you and poisoned you all to death. Anyway, welcome to the bridge, basically. You arrive at the panel and see the countdown proceeding. With a flurry, you type in an override sequence. The computer responds, "Destruct aborted. Thank you. Congratulations, you get some experience." And then Ace and Kara take some damage. A space-suited man is standing at the emergency airlock, firing at you. As you get closer, you see that the face is of no face you recognize. Its expression is flat, and its eyes dead black. You've reached the strange Jenny. Well, now that's suspicious. It's a Stage 3 ECG that picked up a spacesuit and has a Martian needle gun. They're smart enough to get a spacesuit and avoid the Argon. Pretty clever. Are you smart enough to dodge laser pistols? Yes. Are you smart enough to dodge more laser pistols? Not this time. What about needles? So that should kill him. Now that there's needles in his spacesuit, the Argon gas should get in there and we're totally fine. At least he failed his roll. I'm gonna try to wait and hopefully we can get a backstab here. Target next attack. And then even though we missed, I think that should face him to the right. We did not get a backstab. There's a variety of reasons that could have caused that. Either way, we're doing fine, right? How's this guy doing? He's only got 4 HP left, even with his fancy Martian needle gun. Backstab, 28 damage. And Kiara tops everyone up for healing. The team has won. And we get booty! So, one of the other reasons that starting with needle gun weapon specialization is so good is you can find a Martian needle gun here. I don't know if it's random. I don't think it is. We're going to pick that up. We're also going to pick up the monosword and the Martian smart suit. I'm going to give it to the people with the lowest HP first, just to keep them alive, and maybe my medic. So the Martian modifier should be smart suit, same as a smart suit, but I believe Martian is +1. We'll find out in just a second. So yeah, from 0 to -1 AC, it's a +1 smart suit, which means the needle gun will also be +1. So note the 14 THACO and 1d3 +1. Switch out to the better needle gun, 1d3 +2 and 13 THACO. So now we're getting 6 shots that are slightly more accurate that do 3 to 5 damage. And if we get a weapon spec up soon, which we will, it'll be 1d3 +3. It's just going to keep growing like crazy. On the other hand, we have a 1d8 +6 sword, and we can switch that out to a Martian monosword, which is clearly superior. And suddenly we're at 1d10 +8. So now we're getting our weapon spec bonus. We're getting a +1, and monoswords are better than normal swords. Excellent. So really good start to gear. I like it. There is something in the airlock. You look in and see a lone Stage 3 setting a demo charge. Its soulless eyes peer at you intently. What do you do? Shoot it! As you hit it, it falls backwards through the escape pod's airlock. The door closes and you hear the pod shoot away. Suddenly the ship shakes. The demo charge, demolition charge I suppose, has gone off in the escape pod. Scott appears. Congratulations! I can find no ECGs at all on the ship. Let's contact Neo and figure out how Ram plans to sterilize the Earth. You pilot, Fella pilots the ship back to Salvation, and you give your report. Experience! Well, you've done well. I've assigned you to the ship to investigate this Ram plot. Cure.DOS examined the computer data and uncovered 3 vital facts. There is a secret Ram base near Ceres in the asteroid belt. A Martian Ram base, Gradivis Mons, has been unusually active. Cure.DOS uncovered the coordinates of a manufacturing base in the Venusian lowlands. According to Scott.DOS, this ship was scheduled to return to the asteroid base, so I recommend you start there. And that is all. Again, the game is not incredibly plot heavy. But yeah, now we've got a spaceship. And we'll have a look at our spaceship next time, but now we can actually repair it, fill it up with fuel and ammo and medical supplies and launch it, and it'll be fun. But next time when we come back, we will let's just level up today. I suggest you check out the asteroid base in your series. Yeah, we'll probably get to that next time. Let's do the level ups quick today. I know it's already been an hour long, but I'd like to start with some space combat next time. So let's just level people up. Pixel, level 4. This way, if I don't like my HP, we can change it. Let's get even better with the mono sword. +2. It only goes up to +3, but I feel like this is a great strategy. And then some more skills. We'll just try to do these quick. Hopefully you realize just how valuable 0G fighting is. We're still failing a lot of rolls, but that'll help. And I do like to get backstabs with him, so more move silently for backstabs is probably good. Maybe one more level up with leadership and 0G, and then I'll start putting some jetpack points in. We probably don't have money for jetpacks right now, too much. And then, honestly, the healing wasn't a problem. We didn't get in as many combats as I expected, so we didn't actually get the opportunity to get much first aid action. So let's, well, I shouldn't have really worried about fast talk for Pixel. We'll let Alec do the fast talking. For now, we're going to let Pixel... actually, I know you can use Intimidate in combat, so I'm going to give him a full blast of Intimidate, because it might be useful. And, honestly, I still worry that we'll take a lot of damage, so a little bit more first aid is not going to hurt. Alright, next up... Actually, hold on. Just before that, see the difference here on Pixel. So now he's doing another +1 damage, another +1 Thaco. So he's starting to get a lot more accurate with his swords, and that means his 2 attacks per round with chances of being backstabs for double damage will start to add up pretty quick. That's the plan, anyway. So then Oodles is also level 4 warrior, a little bit less HP. Definitely going full needle gun, though. And same kind of plan here, get the battle tactics, get the maneuver. Now, I will probably give Oodaloop a mono sword once I can buy one, so we can get backstabs if we want. But for now, I don't know. I guess we'll just put some more points into Notice, seeing as I already started investing there. And then Oodaloop here is our planetary survival. We will be heading to planets eventually, but it's going to take a little while. And I'm just going to put like a few points in either of these, even though I don't know if it's going to help. And some more first aid, because that's the one that does matter. It's definitely nice to have more healers. Alright, Ace, level 4 engineer. Okay, level up for HP, not perfect, not terrible. We do literally have a rocket ship now that we might want to be able to jury rig. And I'm going to put a few more points into 0G, because we get into a lot of melee combat, or 0G combat, so that's always good. Otherwise, I don't know which ones of these are the most important. I guess I'll just put 5 into each for now. And we'll see what happens in the future. But I still think jury rig is the most important. And then, again, I'll put like a little bit into the repair weapon. A little bit into demolitions. Because I know this skill does come up at some point. This doesn't really matter right now. Jetpacks we don't have. So maybe a little bit into first aid. And I do think demolitions is cool. I know there's some plot points where that'll come up. I'm like 99% sure. And then Fella. Well, now that we finally have a rocket ship, might as well have a pilot that's already at 89 points into pilot rocket. I think that's the way to do it. I noticed that Fella also has a lot of notice. That's fine. Having 2 characters with notice is probably fine. After that, I might not go much higher than 49 points, but we'll put some into jetpack after that. Also, seeing as technically there's 2 Buck Rogers games, the second one is Matrix Cubed. I believe one of these other skills is used in that one. I think it's Fixed Wing. So I might want to put some points into those, even though they won't apply to this game. But if we import our characters, then it's nice to have some of these skills, I think, from what I've read. So yeah, we've now that we've got a rocket ship, we should probably make sure we know how to navigate. So astrogation and navigation, I don't know how much points you need in these. I'm going to put 10 for each, and then hopefully that's fine. Next level up, maybe put another 10 into each, and I might leave it at that. I'm amazed that with 5 points in programming, we managed to program anything, so that's lucky. And library search, I know, does actually give us some more information. You can go to libraries and look up sort of hints on your current mission, I think. A little bit of that Shadowrun style lore looking ups, but unfortunately, like, I just haven't had enough spare points because we've had to get these skills unlocked. Then Alec, level 4 rogue. For now, just keep pumping up these security door stuff. I still can't buy swords, so move silently is almost useless at this point. But I will give Alec a mono sword at some point. Well, I can buy normal swords, but they don't count. You know, having someone that can do fast talk is probably good. So there you go, Alec. And then a little bit more sensors now that we're going to use the ship options. More maneuver in 0G for sure. I think because they're my acrobatic, I should have a couple points into it, just because this is my only character that does acrobatics. And we'll just try to get first aid a little bit higher, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then finally, Kiara, level 4 medic. So, we got lucky, but the large ECGs can poison characters, and then they basically die until you get to the end of combat to treat poisoning. It never happens, so we got, like, kind of lucky, I think. Anyway, let's learn Cure Disease. Or Treat Disease, that is. And then we'll treat stun paralysis a little bit. I think mostly the recommendation is to just pump up the treat wounds, but I'm going to try to balance it out with some of the stuns and status effects a little bit. And then it's probably a good time. Let's see, we're going to have comms now because we have a ship. I'd like to be a little bit better at jury rigging for our backup engineer. And honestly, maneuver in 0G because we're in combat in 0G so much. That's probably going to have to do it. Alright, so everyone got a level up. There's not much equipment-wise we can do until we leave this base. I might, if you notice, if you pay attention closely when we come back next episode, some of our HP totals might be a little different because some of our level ups haven't been amazing. So for level 4 characters, the maximum HP for Kiara, Alec, and Fella should be 8 times 4, so 32. So they're actually all pretty good. I might give Alec a couple more points. Ace would be 4 times 10, so 40 would be his max. And 15 times 4 would be the warrior's max, so 60. So we're actually not too far off of our maximum HP. Maybe I won't mess with it for now. We haven't been having a terribly difficult time in combat, so maybe I shouldn't worry about it. Let's not cheat too badly, essentially, is all I'm trying to say. Honestly, I think we got really lucky with the random encounters on that last ship. When I played through my first run, not only did the brain parasites kill me, I felt like I was in combat way more often, and as you lose your party members, combat becomes very difficult. So that was maybe better luck than you could expect if you're playing along. Anyway, that's all for today's episode. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time for actual Buck Rogers spaceship adventuring. It sort of opens up a little bit now. We can travel around and do kinds of different things. Although we do have a quest, that is, to, I think it's go to the asteroid station right now. That's the plan for next episode after we play around a little bit. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.